The scripture this morning is from the writings of Nelson Mandela. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. We are all here this morning for some reason. You could be working through questions concerning your daily life and find the principles of metaphysics are helpful in making decisions. You might have personal questions about God, heaven, or eternity and are looking for answers. You might enjoy the energy and the people here on Sunday morning. You might just want some personal quiet time. Whatever your reason, we are all here for some personal reason. There are times we feel we have solved a problem, and after a while, we may find ourselves confronted with the same issue and second-guessing our original solution. The picture on the front of the bulletin is a maze. You can see there is only one way in and one way out. You may also notice in the middle is a pleasant garden, a resting place. A maze is a good analogy for life. There are many dead ends that can either frustrate you or, depending on your perspective, they can add a bit of excitement to your journey. We try to remember which paths we have gone down before, but they all look so familiar. There's also a place where we can stop and reflect, a place to let our thoughts clear and our bodies rest before we continue on our journey. Life is a moving target. Relationships with our friends and significant others change. Children grow up, work colleagues come and go. It seems contradictory, but the truth in the old saying, the only constant in life is change. Opinions and beliefs evolve over time. Our culture is much different today than 20 years ago. Having children out of marriage, working electronically from anywhere on the planet, and alternative lifestyles are examples of issues that are becoming more open and acceptable in society. Work and lifestyle choices continue to change rapidly. Scientists making new discoveries in every field almost every day. What we believe to be true can and does change. Our perspective has to change. When we experience change, we learn the importance of being flexible and open to contemplating what is working and what is not working in our lives. A common saying we hear these days, I am not religious, but I am spiritual. Each of us is on our own individual journey. We're developing a philosophy or theology that feels truthful and guides us on our search for spirituality. A spiritual way of being that works in our rapidly changing culture. With the world connected to the internet and social media, a new idea or a new discovery can be universal knowledge overnight, whether it is true or not. Videos posted online allow people to draw their own conclusions of many events. 200 years ago, it could take months for information to find its way around the world. Today, it's instantaneous. Artificial intelligence is adding a whole new layer of opportunities and pitfalls in our quest for truth and to be informed. Information comes at us from every direction. You could question, are we in a constant state of chaos? Or is there logic to the streams of events in our lives? Edgar Cayce, who was considered one of the most gifted channelers in the last 100 years, worked with the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are believed to be a history of every thought, every conversation, and every action that a person had in this and any previous lifetime. Cayce also believed that all possible future options for an individual are in the Akashic Records, and we choose from those options. So all those options are there. It's not predestined which ones we will choose. From the book Edgar Cayce on Akashic Records, In Casey's view, every individual is very much an integral portion of the whole. Ultimately, the purpose of each lifetime is to undergo experiences which would enable the soul to become more in tune with its divine origins. Whether or not that ideal was actually achieved became a matter of free will. But regardless of the specific lifetime, the opportunity for soul growth was ever present. We come back to that phrase, I am not religious, but I am spiritual. Many people find the dogma of religion cannot be reconciled with their own observations and experiences in life. If you believe in an all-knowing and powerful God that fulfills our prayers, it seems impossible to reconcile the many tragedies and hardships in the world. People feel a connection to something larger than themselves. Yet the explanation of the something bigger, the transcendent, is more complex than what a fixed set of rules can explain. Casey's concept of the individual's responsibility and the ability to learn and evolve through life experiences are in line with the first and fourth principles of the United Metaphysical Churches. The first principle, we believe in God as infinite intelligence. We don't believe God as a superhuman deciding people's fates. We know there is a consistency in the physical properties of the universe from the tiniest atom to the vast solar system. Through trial and error, humans have learned which behaviors are beneficial to relationships and which are not. There are spiritual and or mystical experiences documented in all faiths that are very similar. These consistencies existing in all aspects of the universe, the physical, human behavior, and spiritual experiences are proof of an omnipresent, omniscient intelligence that in some manner, we don't understand how, in some manner designed a universe that continually evolves in an orderly manner. Seems like no matter how much humans try to mess it up, we continue on. The fourth principle, we believe in personal responsibility in that we create our own happiness or unhappiness as we live in harmony or discord with natural physical and spiritual laws. Personal responsibility assumes we all have free will. And although we can't control all our circumstances or the actions of others, when situations arise, each of us has the power, the free will, to make our own decisions and how we're going to react. Over time, we learn from experience which were good decisions and which decisions need to be rethought. We are all part of the whole, part of infinite intelligence, part of God, however you view that energy. In our lifetimes, through our own experiences, through our own trial and error, we learn the lessons that our life has to teach us. Though every soul is on an individual journey, we are subject to the actions and the history of those who came before us and those with us today. The current national boundaries of all the countries and the governments of all the nations are a product of the actions and decisions of humans. The climate issues, religious questions, the changes brought with technology, and our personal expectations concerning our lives are all the result of human decisions, actions, and the culture. Each of us has free will. A stranger to us a minute ago can adversely or positively affect our lives permanently through their actions. A driver not paying attention can end a stranger's life. Fires, pollution, political unrest from across the globe directly affect all nations. Whether we want to be or not, we are all interconnected at many levels. In Casey's view, all the individual and group experiences are opportunities to learn. Opportunities to learn what works and what does not work for the betterment of the individual and the whole community of mankind. History repeats itself. We could speculate that the purpose of mankind is to create a world where the problems of mankind are solved. In our own lives, we have loving relationships that fall apart. Organizations we belong to have internal strife. Many of our cultural beliefs and habits are non-productive, and the reason why situations in our lives are not what we desire. There is truth in the scriptures of all faiths. The United Metaphysical Church's principles are intentionally broad. The individual has a responsibility to fill in the blanks, to find what works in your own life. When something is not working in our lives, we need to understand how our actions contributed to the situation and find meaningful, constructive ways forward. In learning most of our lessons, there's other people involved. It's easy to see what others are doing that we don't agree with. We all know that. We can tell when something triggers us. It's difficult to see our own errors and faults in an unbiased view. It's the way we see the world. The following are a couple of thought processes that might allow you to learn from a situation and to try to change, to evolve your perspective. 1, always try to understand the part you played. Learn to take responsibility and to forgive yourself for mistakes you made. But find ways not to repeat the unproductive behavior. And 2, understand the part the other party or parties played. Learn to forgive them. Forgiving them so you can move on with your life without the burden of allowing a past event to continually affect your peace of mind going forward. Changing and evolving means we can move forward with more knowledge and not repeat the same mistakes. Forgiving someone else does not mean that our relationship is the same as in the past. Personal responsibility for ourselves may require that we set new boundaries. And that can be hard. With your family, with friends, with loved ones, to set boundaries that are good for you and not enabling other people. Change is constant. Our relationships, our personal expectations, our paradigms for how we view the world are in constant flux. The principles of the United Metaphysical Churches present a format that is flexible enough to allow each person to contemplate and develop a philosophy, an individual understanding of your own beliefs and your power to control your actions. Those principles are on the back of the bulletin, and you might just read through them sometime. When you have time, read through them and think about how they apply in your life and what is your opinion on those. The principles allow you to develop a theology of your connection to the physical and the transcendent. Your beliefs, your way of being, will evolve with life experience. Knowing what you believe gives you the power to act with confidence. That's the thing about building that, your own theology, looking at those principles. What do you believe? Adapting to change enriches your life and allows you to be emotionally agile. We all came into this life in the same manner. Your understanding and approach to life when you leave will be the culmination of your life experiences and the lessons you learn from them. Take advantage of all of life's experiences. Every day is an opportunity to learn. Contemplate your beliefs and evolve. Blessings. It's time for the meditation portion of our service. In that hymn, I am listening. If we're thinking, if we're talking, we can't hear the insight. The idea of meditation is to quiet our minds, quiet our bodies, and be open to new ideas. To be able to contemplate with a fresh mind what we've done in our actions, how our relationships are going, without the constant habitual thoughts. All our thoughts from the past got us to the exact point we are now. To change, we have to be open to new ideas, and that's listening. So in the meditation, we'll relax our bodies, we'll breathe, and then we'll open ourselves with some music to just be present. The idea is just do what the meditation says, and when the thoughts come, and they will, acknowledge them, but then just come back to the meditation. Alrighty, so if you get comfortable, if you take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, feel your body relaxing. And again, slowly breathe in. And as you exhale, feel every muscle in your body relaxing. And now, if you would concentrate on your head and imagine all the oxygen going into your head, a nice deep breath, all the oxygen going into your head. And as you slowly exhale, you feel your scalp relax, your forehead, your eyes, your face, your jaw. And now you set your attention on your arms and hands, and you breathe into your arms and hands. And as you exhale, you feel your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands relaxing. Now you breathe into your torso, all the oxygen going into your torso. And as you exhale, you feel your back relax, your chest, your abdomen. And now you breathe into your legs, your feet. And as you exhale, you feel your hips relax, your thighs, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. Take another nice deep breath with oxygen going to every cell in your body. And as you exhale, feel yourself relaxing. Take a few normal breaths with no cares or concerns. Your potential is infinite. People of all faiths and cultures report experiences of being an integral part of the infinite. Awareness is a finite relationship with infinity. When your awareness is infinite, there is nothing lacking. A teacher can give you wisdom, but they cannot give you knowledge. Wisdom becomes knowledge when you experience it. The ability to concentrate is fundamental in elevating consciousness. Concentrating on one thing calms the flow of habitual thoughts and allows new levels of consciousness. This quality of mind has to be developed. It has to be trained. It has to be made and felt. In the silence of the calm mind, the new can arrive. If you would take that nice, slow breath in, maybe counting to about 6. And just hold it. When you're ready, just exhale. If your mind wanders, just calmly return your attention to the breath work. Breathing in and breathing out. All your attention on your breath. And we'll go into the silence and just allow the vibrations of the music to just experience. Breathing in and breathing out. with your eyes remaining closed. If you just gently take a few normal breaths with no cares or concerns. Gently let go of this meditation and spend a few moments alone. And when you're ready, if you gently return your consciousness back into the chapel, when you're at home and you're meditating and you have some time, I suggest you journal after you meditate. You'd be surprised sometimes what'll come out. Just write what you feel, what happened. And a lot of times stuff will come out you didn't even meditate about, but it's a really important part of your journey to let those emotions out after you meditate.